In this video, we're going to explore an alternate timeline where Hitler and the Axis powers emerged victorious in World War II. Specifically, we'll examine how the video game industry might have evolved in this alternate reality. It's important to note that if Hitler had won the war, the global political and economic landscape would have been vastly different. It's possible that the technology and resources needed to develop video games might not have been available or may have been prioritized differently. Assuming that video games still managed to emerge, they would likely reflect the values and ideologies of the Nazi regime. Games might be heavily censored to promote a pro-Nazi message, and any content deemed offensive or critical of the regime would likely be banned. In this alternate timeline, game development might have been centralized and controlled by the government, limiting the creativity and diversity of game genres and themes. The industry might have been dominated by war-themed games, glorifying the Nazi military and their victories. It's also possible that video games may have been used as a tool for propaganda, further indoctrinating citizens into the Nazi ideology. The use of video games to recruit and train soldiers may have been prevalent, and games promoting physical fitness and military tactics may have been commonplace. In terms of technology, it's possible that the development of gaming consoles and hardware might have been delayed or stifled under Nazi rule. Without the competition and innovation that we see in our timeline, the technology behind video games may have lagged behind. Overall, if Hitler and the Axis powers had won the war, the video game industry would have looked vastly different. It's possible that video games may not have even existed as we know them today. The impact of Nazi ideology and censorship would have been profound, shaping the industry and the content of the games themselves. It's important to remember the atrocities committed under Nazi rule and to recognize that the consequences of a Nazi victory would have been catastrophic for humanity. We should be grateful that we live in a world where freedom of expression and creativity are valued and celebrated.